Okay, good afternoon to all. Please inform others also. Less strength. Others are joining. So I should wait. Slides visible to all. Slides are visible to all.
No, ma'am.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am,
Visible?
it's visible.
We will start with new topic in this. That is total internal reflection. Write down in your copy TIR, total internal reflection. So what do you mean by total internal reflection? Yes, students. See, this topic comes under ray theory, how your light wave propagates. So the major heading of this topic is ray theory transmission, how light ray propagates within the optical fiber. That we have to see in this topic. So when a light travels from a medium with higher refractive index to a medium of lower refractive index and it strikes the boundary at more than critical angle, then light will be reflected back to the incidence medium. This phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. So we will discuss these things in detail. What do we mean by this parameters? Total internal reflection. First, write down the definition of this. What do you mean by total internal reflection? And see, parallelly, I will show you one more thing. Okay, Komal admitted. Any other student remaining? Anyone else want to join? Please join fast. Anyone else? Okay. So today we will discuss in detail total internal reflection, which is a very important parameter in ray theory transmission. Okay, with these topics we will learn many new words which will help a light ray to propagate within the optical fiber. We have discussed in the previous class Maxwell's equation, which were very important, which will define the EM wave propagation of light within the optical fiber. Okay, and today we are discussing total internal reflection topic. This is the topic. Okay, So what we are doing here, I have told you that core will have refractive index N1, cladding will have refractive index N2. So N1 is greater than N2. Higher refractive index medium is your core, lower refractive index medium is your clad. The refractive index of a medium. Okay, can you define the refractive index of a medium? Do you know what is RI? How we define RI? Anyone? Nikhil, you join? See, what we will do from next time, you just join the class. After that, after 5-10 minutes, I will start my class. Because I have to admit continuously these students. Okay, students, tell me the previous link which I shared, that works or not? Google Meet link, or that get expires? Arpit, join. I will wait for 5 minutes. Okay, that won't work now. This is the disadvantage I am finding in Google Meet. Cisco WebEx is much better, I think. Because a single link shared will help you throughout this subjects which I am teaching you. Okay, so I think, okay, Shubham Singh, join fast. Please inform Akshat also to join the class. दिनेश ने एक क्लास अटेंड की, उसके बाद वापस नहीं आया है, एंड जया इज ऑल्सो नॉट अटेंडिंग द क्लासेस. Ritika, inform her also. Shivani not attending the classes. And Pranjali, what happened to her? She is also not attending the classes, I think. Inform her also. Okay, so now I think I should start. So, do you know what is refractive index and how we calculate this RI? Any idea? It is the ratio of velocity of light in a vacuum to the velocity of light in a medium. Okay, students, refractive index you can write in your copy. First topic, ray theory transmission, then it is total internal reflection. Okay, then in this we are defining refractive index, because now onwards we will deal with RI parameter on and off. So RI क्या होता है? Refractive index is defined as a ratio of velocity of light in a vacuum to the velocity of light in a medium. Okay, velocity of light, you know, it is C. Clear? A ray of light travels more slowly in an optically dense medium than in one that is less dense. So how your light propagates? We are having core, cladding and air interface for a light to propagate within the optical fiber. So what we say, and a general theory concept is that a ray of light travels more slowly in an optically dense medium. जिसका भी refractive index ज्यादा होगा, ray of light will travel more slowly than in ones that is less dense. And the refractive index gives a measure of this effect. So what does RI gives? RI gives you the measure of how light is propagating within the optically dense medium or less denser medium. Okay, so that parameter defines your refractive index. So refractive index gives a measure of this effect. Clear? Now what you have to do, students, draw these diagrams in your copy. I will explain you what is happening in this, but first draw these 3 diagrams. So first figure, what we are showing different refractive index medium and a normal to that refractive index medium. My mouse cursor, you can see that this is low index N2, this is low index N1. To understand ray theory transmission concept, we have to first understand that how your light propagates through a particular RI. Okay. So finish with the diagram. It is compulsory to draw this diagram because without this you won't understand how your light propagates. Finished? Yes, Aditi, your answer was right. Okay. So see what is happening in the first diagram. This is high glass index, medium N1, medium N2. And I know many of you understand these diagrams very nicely. When a ray is incident, you just listen what I am saying. Diagram tumne bana liya hai. Look in the diagram. When a ray is incident on the interface between two dielectrics of differing refractive indices, glass, air, you can see this is my glass refractive index medium, and second medium which I am using is my air, whose refractive index is N2. Clear? So when a ray is incident on the interface between two dielectrics of differing refractive indices, that is glass, air, refraction occurs, which you can see in this figure 2.2a. This figure shows you light rays incident on a high to low refractive index. Example, glass, air. So first जो मैं figure बना रही हूँ, that is A, shows you refraction of light within the medium. What is refraction and reflection? Do you know? Yes, students, please answer me for refraction क्या होता है, reflection क्या होता है. You can write the answer in the chat box or you can turn on your mic to speak. What is refraction of light and what is reflection of light? What is the basic difference between these two things? Yes, students, very basic question. Please answer. जो तुम 12th में पढ़ चुके हो, I'm not asking anything new.
Ma'am?
Yes, बेटा बोलो.
Ma'am, reflection is that it is ray to transmit to one medium, मतलब same medium.
Same medium में transmission होता है, that is
Reflection and
reflection. Very good.
or refraction of one medium to other medium.
That is refraction. Very good. So here what is happening in the first figure? Can you tell me which is the refracted ray and which is the reflected ray?
Refraction ray.
तो रिफ्रैक्शन कहाँ हो रहा है? इन अदर मीडियम. ओके, तो फर्स्ट इंसिडेंट रे इज ट्रैवलिंग within the medium. I am having some light source. The light ray is traveling like this. This is the arrow it is shown. ठीक है, to the normal to the axis, the angle of incident ray is phi1. Okay, the angle is phi1. Now due to this difference in the refractive indices, some incident ray will get refracted to the other medium. So that refraction occurs at an angle of phi2 with the normal. Okay, so this is my exit ray. And what I want when I am considering that my light is propagating within the core, it should propagate within the core. That means it should propagate within the same medium. Clear? It should propagate within the same medium. So what I can do for that? यहाँ पे general हम देखेंगे, अगर दो medium है, there will be a refraction of ray within that two mediums, okay? And I want that ray which is incident should propagate within the single medium. N1 में ही propagate हो रही चाहिए मेरी light. So what I have to do? I have to set this angle phi1 to a particular angle so that there is no refraction in the other medium, and the light will get reflected back without any loss into the same medium. So for that, I will change this angle phi1. I will change this angle to phi1 till phi c, that is critical angle, so that the whole light will be reflected back into the same medium. Here in figure A, what is happening? At an angle phi1, the ray is refracted at an angle phi2 in the lower denser medium, that is air, and the exit ray we are showing in this diagram, okay? And what is happening? Some part of that light is reflected back into the same medium. So that is known as partial internal reflection. Question may be asked, what do you mean by partial internal reflection? Or what happens when light propagates within two different refractive indices? So there you can answer this question. Incident ray, exit ray, and partial internal reflection. Partial internal reflection is shown by dashed lines. Clear? So what I will do, what I want, we know the heading is total internal reflection. Clear? So this gives you a concept of figure 2.2a. Next, you can see, it may be observed that the ray approaching the interface is propagating in a dielectric of refractive index N1 and is at an angle of phi1. We saw that this incident ray is at an angle of phi1 to the normal at the surface of interface, okay? If the dielectric on the other side of the interface has a refractive index N2, which is less than N1, then the refraction is such that the ray path in this lower index medium is at an angle phi2. We have seen, again I am repeating because this is a very basic concept. And what happens कि हम लोग जब online पढ़ते हैं तो चीजें हमें बहुत easily समझ में नहीं आती है, ठीक है ना? That's why I am moving very slowly, so that you can understand these concepts very easily. ठीक है? तो फर्स्ट फिगर समझ में आ गया सबको. अब इसमें दो इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर क्या है? इंसिडेंट एंगल एंड रिफ्लेक्टेड एंगल. ठीक है, इंसिडेंट एंगल इज माय phi1. Clear? If the dielectric on the other side of the interface has a refractive index N2 which is lesser than N1, then the refraction is such that the ray path in this lower index medium is at an angle phi2. You can see it in the diagram. To the normal, where phi2, अब इसमें से कौन सा greater है? N1 is greater than N2 and phi2 is greater than phi1. You can write this near your diagram. N1 greater than N2 and phi2 is greater than phi1, okay? The angles of incidence phi1 and refraction phi2 are related to each other and to the refractive indices of the dielectric by Snell's law of refraction. So all these parameters are to be equated with each other to define a new law that is known as Snell's law of refraction. So please student write down these lines. यहाँ से लिखना शुरू करो. The angles, write down in your copy this point. The angles of incidence phi1 and refraction phi2 are related to each other and to the refractive indices of the dielectrics by Snell's law of refraction, which states that and mark this equation as number 1. Students, if you have any doubt, you can ask. I am moving very slow, but फिर भी कुछ doubt हो तो you can ask. ठीक है? Mark this equation as equation number 1. Or you can write sin phi 1 upon sin phi 2 is equals to n2 upon n1. Okay, students? Clear? Any doubt? Yes, students, any doubt? So now, what is happening in the figure 2? Figure B, what it shows? It shows small amount of light is reflected back into the originating medium. In figure A, you have seen partial internal reflection. Now what I am doing? I am changing this angle phi 1 of the incident ray so that the exit ray is parallel to the axis. See, you can say that this is my refracted ray. Due to this angle is 90 degree. You can see in the diagram 90 degree angle is shown. So this is my refracted ray. Due to this ray, there is some amount of partial internal reflection which is taking place within the same medium. That is N1. Clear, students? Getting my point? After that, what I am doing, as N1 greater than N2, angle of refraction is always greater than the angle of incidence. We all know angle of incidence is always less than angle of refraction. Okay, when angle of refraction is 90 degree, which is shown in figure B. Okay, when angle of refraction is 90 degree and the refracted ray emerges parallel to the interface between the dielectrics, the angle of incidence is less than 90 degree. Is it clear? Any doubt? Write in the chat box if you have any doubt. Yes, Arpit. Turn on your mic, Arpit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Arpit, क्या explain किया मैंने बताना? I will show you the diagram. Yes. What I explained, Arpit?
The angle of incident and reflection are related to each other, and the refractive incident and dielectric by Snell's law of reflection, which state that
Okay,
sin
very
phi
good.
1 upon sin phi 2 equal to n2 upon n1.
Okay, and what is the relation between this incident angle and refracted angle? क्या relation है phi 1 और phi 2 में? Which one is greater?
Phi 1 is
हाँ
phi
बेटा.
1 is great. Phi 1 is greater than phi 2, ma'am.
Phi 1 is greater than phi 2. Okay, how many of you say, please? Yes, other students, phi 1 is greater than phi 2 in the diagram?
No, ma'am.
No. You can see in the diagram, always angle of incidence will be less than angle of refraction. This I was telling, and this is very important parameter. क्योंकि हमने figure B में यही देखा है कि जैसे ही मेरा angle of incidence is changing, angle of refraction is changing, and I have changed that angle of incidence, still I get this refracted angle as 90 degree. Okay, without achieving this threshold condition, you won't get the light reflected back into the medium. Light reflected back into the medium. Is it clear, my words? Yes, students. चारू क्या नो लिखा है बेटा? Is it clear? This angle is less than angle of refraction. Okay, now what I will do, this is my threshold condition. After that, what will happen? After that, I will change the angle of incidence, that is known as critical angle. After that, whole of my light will be reflected back, not refracted. Okay, whole of the light will be reflected back into the originating medium. This is shown in these three diagrams. Figure C shows you that the total internal reflection happens when my angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle. B tha mera limiting case, which is showing the critical rate and angle phi C. This critical angle, you got partial internal reflection. Okay, phi greater than phi C. This is very important. Okay, phi greater than phi C. This phi greater than phi C, I will get total internal reflection, which is my topic which I want to study today. Okay. Any doubt? Anything you want to ask regarding this figure? So this concept I have to use throughout my fiber optic communication, because my light ray is propagating, and how it propagates, what are its basic derivation which we are using. Okay, so mark this equation as equation number 2. Sin phi 1 upon phi 2 is equal to n2 upon n1. Is it clear? Okay. So the same theory is explained over here. Limiting case of refraction and the angle of incidence is now known as the critical angle phi C. So equation number 2 comes out to be equation number 3, which is given by sin phi C is equal to n2 upon n1. Write down equation number 3. Finished? Now write down what I am dictating to you. Total internal reflection. Write down. Total internal reflection takes place when angle of incidence, that is phi, is greater than critical angle phi C. Okay, write down at TIR, capital mein, at TIR, the light is reflected back. The light is reflected back into the originating dielectric medium with high accuracy and efficiency, and in bracket you can write 99.9%. This is the efficiency of light ray propagating within the same medium. Is it clear? Anything you want to ask? So total internal reflection occurs at the interface between two dielectrics of differing refractive indices when light is incident on the dielectric of lower index from the dielectric of higher index, and the angle of incidence of the ray exceeds the critical value. So कोई भी पूछता है तुमसे कि how light ray propagates within the optical fiber, because we are having core, we are having cladding which are of different refractive indices, and your light which is coupling into the fiber travels coming from air. Air refractive indices is different. So how the light ray is coupled and how it propagates. Okay, so you can explain, I think, now very easily. Now students, please draw this figure 2.3 in your copy. Next figure, figure 1 में there was 3 figure A, B, C. Figure 2, transmission of a light ray in a perfect optical fiber. Finished? Yes, student, finished. Mark all the parameters. Here you can see this line, the bottom line and the topmost line is your cladding. This bottom line and topmost line is the outer diameter of your clad. This inner diameters, this solid line and this solid line is your core. These are cylindrical optical fibers. Okay. Core refractive index is higher than the cladding. N1 है मेरा core का refractive index, N2 is the refractive index of cladding. And here we are showing that a light ray in a perfect optical fiber, how it should propagate. So this is my air core interface. You can see the cursor, air core interface. So we are here, we are not discussing the coupling between air core. We are just finding that the ray is in the optical fiber. Okay, and after that, how it propagates, because that is a total different concept, air core interface. Because coupling of light is needed, their losses occurs. Because coupling is very important. How to couple the light from the source to the optical fiber. Okay. So here, as my light propagates, okay, this is refractive index N1 and above is N2. So phi angle is there. Angle of incidence is such that क्या condition successful होनी चाहिए to achieve total internal reflection? Yes, anyone of you can speak out. Yes, students, if you got the concept which I have explained, so you can tell me that how this angle should be, angle of incidence should be, क्या होना चाहिए बच्चों?
Greater than critical angle.
Yes, greater than critical angle. Very good, very good. Those who are answering, very good. So this phi should be greater than phi c. Okay, this phi should be greater than phi c. Then only this light will not be refracted in the other medium. It will be reflected back into the same medium. This is my core axis. The dot dash line is a core axis. This is my normal to the interface. Okay, so this angle is greater than phi c, total internal reflection will takes place, and these angles will be same. If these angles are same, there will be a perfect light ray propagation will takes place. There will be no loss, no attenuation. Okay, students? So in this way, the light propagates within the optical fiber due to total internal reflection. So this phi should be greater than critical angle phi c and is reflected at the same angle to the normal. So the light ray shown in figure 2 is known as the meridional ray. Why it is known as, see, there are 2-3 different types of rays which can propagate through optical fiber. This type of light ray which is passing through the core axis is known as meridional ray. You can write, because this is very important, a question can be asked how meridional light ray propagates within the optical fiber. So you can mention this thing over here. So you can write this 2 lines from this to this. Write down these lines. Write down fast. Finished? Okay, and see, you can see that this is a perfect optic fiber. What do you mean by perfection? Perfection का क्या मतलब होता है? Yes, students, what do you mean by perfection? Perfection means there is no, क्या होता है perfect fiber? There is no perturbation between the fiber. It is a perfect fiber. There is no discontinuities in between the fiber. What happens sometimes while in the fabrication process, when we are constructing the fiber, some disturbance can happen. कि कहीं पे एक छोटा सा होल प्रेस हो गया है, कहीं पे एक ट्राइंगल शेप बन चुका है, तो that perturbations or discontinuities or imperfections are not there. That is known as a perfect optical fiber, because if such kind of discontinuities are there within the core, then light ray will get refracted or losses will take place, attenuation will be there. Okay, so that is the perfect optical fiber which don't have any kind of imperfection in the material which we are using or in any of the fabrication process. Okay, so that's why here total internal reflection is taking place 100%. Otherwise, what will happen? The light ray will refracted into the cladding medium. Okay. So next heading you can write acceptance angle. Ray theory transmission में first we study TIR, second we are studying acceptance angle. Okay, first we saw that how your light is propagating within the core. Now we want to see air core interface में कैसा angle set होना चाहिए so that whole or maximum photons can be transferred to the optical fiber. That is very important concept. So for that concept, draw this diagram. Any doubt? You can mention. Finish, student? Finish, students? Should I explain?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So see, I have told now there are two different concepts, core clad interface and air core interface. So here in this figure, there are two rays, ray A and ray B. You can see. Clear? If I say that ray B is propagating within the optical fiber, which is having some angle theta B, you can say. Theta B. So that will cause what is the main condition at a core clad interface? That incident ray should reach at an angle greater than phi c. If it is below phi c, then that ray will be eventually lost by radiation, or it will get refracted, not reflected. Okay, so we have to set this air core interface angle properly. Whatever ray is coming at the air core interface should have minimum angle theta A, so that it will achieve critical angle phi C at the incident ray at core clad interface. So we have to set this angle at air core interface so that there will be total internal reflection within the core. So this conical half angle, this angle is known as conical half angle. Why? Because it can move from this side to this side. 180 degree पूरा ये travel कर सकता है, angle कहीं पे भी हो. ठीक है? So what we are seeing in this figure, a meridional ray A, I'm talking about ray A, enters the fiber at core cladding interface at an angle, air core interface at an angle theta A to the fiber axis, and is refracted. See here, this is a different medium, N0. You can say N0 for air, N1 for core, and N2 for clad. Okay, so this is coming at an angle theta A. It is refracted. इसको रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हम रे ए को, वी आर रिफ्रेक्टिंग एट द डिफरेंट medium N1. So this refracted ray at the air core interface before transmission to the core cladding interface at critical angle phi C. This angle of incident ray should be greater than phi C. And how we will get this angle? If we will transmit the input ray at a particular angle greater than theta A, then only the TIR will be achieved. Okay? Hence, any rays which are incident into fiber core at an angle greater than theta A will be transmitted to the core cladding interface at an angle less than phi C. You can see ray B. इस एंगल से एक्सेप्टेंस कोण से ज्यादा एंगल होगा तुम्हारा इंसिडेंट रे का, that will be eventually lost by radiation. Why? Because it can't produce angle greater than phi C, that is critical angle to generate total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Is it clear? Anything you want to ask? Is it clear? So this is my acceptance angle. Acceptance cone is generated. This is conical half angle, that is theta A. Theta A will produce phi C, and core clad interface angle will be generated properly so that total internal reflection will take place. Is it clear, students? So you can write theta A is known as maximum or total acceptance angle. Clear? This angle is very important because this is air core interface. And how light ray will be generated? By using any optical source like LEDs and lasers. So this is the concept of acceptance angle. Any doubt in total internal reflection, TIR? Any doubt? Critical angle, Snell's law, acceptance angle, meridional ray. These were the few terms which we discussed today. Clear? Okay, so we will stop our class over here only. In next half, I can schedule class at 4. I will inform you earlier. Okay? So goodbye, students.